What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central. Today's episode, we're talking about the Bulls' big win, especially being shorthanded against the Denver Nuggets last night. We'll also be talking about how Alex Caruso possibly being out for a week with that hamstring injury will affect the Bulls' rotation, and how we can expect the bench players and other role players on this team to step up when needed. We'll also be discussing Ayo Dosunmu's continued ascent and what it looked like after his first start. We'll talk about all that and more right after this. All right, so first, before we get started, let's do some housekeeping things. If you're watching this today, it drops. We just passed 2,000 subscribers today. My goal for the first year of this channel was to get to 2,000 subscribers. We were able to do that in the first 4 months of this channel. This channel will officially be 4 months old in about 7 more days, I think so, exactly a week. And the fact that we've been able to surpass what I had set as a yearly goal is nothing more than due to you guys and your support of me and you spreading the word about the channel. And I don't take any of that for granted. So I want to thank you guys for that. And because of that, I'll be doing a special live stream tonight just to hang out with you guys, talk Bulls, no game, no nothing, just to hang out and chill. We'll be discussing the Bulls. So that goes down at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight, if I can get untongue-tied. So I hope to see you guys there. But let's get into the nitty and gritty. Let's get into what we need to talk about. And that is our Chicago Bulls coming through with a big win against the Denver Nuggets. We got a kick, not just in the stomach, in the nuts before a couple of hours before this game, getting word that Demar DeRozan was entering NBA health and safety protocols and that he was going to be missing this game and possibly several games. Now, I did misspeak on my emergency episode with that. I immediately assumed that DeMar did test positive for COVID. He did not, apparently. He actually takes a test today. So if that's a negative test today, we could be getting DeMar DeRozan back sooner than I had expected in that initial video, and hopefully that's what happens. But this team stepped up tonight in a big way, and that's what you want to see from the team. We had players that were playing outside of the normal roles, which has been the norm for us over the course of the season, come in and give very positive minutes. We're going to talk about Ayo, right? We're going to talk about Ayo. We're going to talk about the amazing play of Ball, Vooch, and Levine. But I want to start with this bench. Troy Brown Jr., again, continues to show that he can string together and contribute to this team, right? 24 minutes from Troy Brown Jr. 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 points, positive plus minus of plus 12. Again, didn't shoot the best, right? He was only 2 for 6 and 0 for 1 from the three-point range. But how he was able to contribute without scoring shows that he can have a role on this team. Now, again, I'm not calling for Troy Brown Jr. to get consistent minutes when everyone's healthy or not, but it's good to know. And again, for anyone who does want the Bulls to trade, it's good that he's starting to show that he can come along and he can contribute in different ways. I do think that at the beginning of the season, he was trying to shoot to show that he belonged on this team. And now he's more comfortable. He's out there just playing basketball, and we see him do some very positive things. His movement without the ball and stuff like that. He made some very positive plays and stepped up in a big way. But one of the key players in this game, well, two of them, Tony Bradley and Matt Thomas, really the only other bench players to get any minutes significantly on this team, both showed up in positive ways in this game, and that's the type of contributions that we need. And the thing with this is that having players play outside the role, you're just increasing their confidence, and we're playing like this is what championship teams do. When somebody goes down, they get contributions from the team. This shows the togetherness of this team. This shows the chemistry of this team. This shows how this team is building and creating a new culture than what we've had in Chicago for so many years. Think about the years that we had basically G League players in our starting five the moment that we had some injuries or something. This time, we have players that step up and contribute in major ways that helped us get this victory against the Denver Nuggets. And again, we can talk about our big three, our starters, and well, again, DeMar would actually complete the big three, but Vooch, Ball, Levine all played amazing. 20 and 10 games from both Lonzo Ball and Nikola Vucevic. Nikola, who did not shoot the best efficiency from the clip, 8 for 24 to get 20 points is not the best, but him also contributing 10 rebounds, one steal, 1 block, kept the turnovers to a minimum. This was a good game from Vooch, and when Vooch is scoring at a rate and playing well, it really unlocks everything on this team. Lonzo Ball, 7 for 15, 4 for 8 from deep, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks. This was a great game, and for people who wanted to see Lonzo Ball score, this is what you can see. If Lonzo fixes up and polishes off that mid-range game and finishing around the rim, the sky's the limit for Lonzo. But besides that, amazing defense from Lonzo throughout the game, as we should be used to. This is why I say when people go to scoring with Lonzo, yes, he can score. And this is a good game to see, especially when DeMar is down, that he stepped up and scored in the way that he did. But Lonzo's scoring isn't what we necessarily always need on this team. His defense, the communication, he's helped these other players become better defenders by the way he communicates out there on the floor. It was a great game to see from him. And we already know Zach LaVine having a big third quarter that are the biggest margin in which we won a quarter by, I believe, playing huge in this game. The Chicago Bulls lost the first quarter. They won the second, third, and fourth quarters handedly. And that is what won this game. That's what got us back into this game. And overall, this team playing in the way that it does, this is the proof and this is the building of a championship team. And we're seeing that culture and everything, that next man up type thinking and attitude, and how that's benefiting the team. Ayo Dosunmu in his first NBA start, negative plus minus, right? But 4 for 6. Coming up with big baskets, playing great defense, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. He filled the stat sheet, and we're seeing what Ayo can be. He did start off that first quarter being a little bit down, right? It seemed like the moment may have been getting to him, and that his first start, it may have been in his head a little bit, but we saw the confidence. It built over the course of the game and get to the point to where it did and how he was able to contribute overall in this game. Great game overall from the Chicago Bulls team, and this is what you want to see from a team that we have championship, whether it's Eastern Conference Finals or finals aspirations. This is what you want to see from a team like this. So yeah, that's where we sit right now. DeMar DeRozan, again, he could test out and actually be back sooner rather than later. But we got news coming into this game that the Bulls may be holding out Alex Caruso for a week. And the thing is that if DeMar is back, right, it just means an increased role for Ayo coming off the bench. If DeMar does end up being out for that 10 plus days or whatever else, we're going to have to see more games like this from the Chicago Bulls. But ultimately, Caruso being out for possibly a week with a strained hamstring, I think it speaks to the Bulls know that what their aspirations are, right? They know how far that they can possibly go this season, and because of that, they want to make sure that they can get him as healthy as possible, as soon as possible. And if that means sitting rather than trying to play through it, that's what has to happen. Yes, it's going to suck, it's going to sting, it's going to force other players to need to step up to replace such a big hole. But as we've seen, especially tonight, we can trust players to be able to contribute, not completely replace what Caruso does, but through a team effort, through focus, through good coaching, and all of that, we can see this team really come through and pull it out in many ways. And so, yes, it's going to suck to not have Caruso for a week possibly, but at the end of the day, look at it this way. This is giving us opportunity to see what we have further down our bench. And if these players continue playing like this, while we may not go more than 3 or 4 deep in our bench day to day, if we do have to call on them, we know that we can trust them, and that's what you want. So I want to end this this episode on a voicemail that we got from Mike. I'm gonna go ahead and play that now.
What's going on, Haize? Mike from Bridgeport. Just want to let you know, man, with us being shorthanded with Javonte Green coming up with COVID at the last second, and with Caruso going out in the first quarter, coming out with his hamstring. He pulled something like that, but either way, our ballers balled out like we're supposed to. Zach LaVine, I think he stepped up not only because we needed this game, but just to show Durant, just because I played with you in the Olympics doesn't mean I need to show you, all the respect. He proved that right there. And otherwise, DeRozan doing his thing. I just think, this team they're going somewhere, man. The playoffs, this is going to be a team that's going to be reckoned with. And they're showing this NBA what's up. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.
And so I think this is the key with this is what he ended that on, saying what this team can be and that this team is going to be a team to be reckoned with. He left this 2 days before last night's game, so we didn't know DeMar was going to be out or anything like that. That's when he left this voicemail, and it really came true, right? When you saw it in this game. So shout out to Mike for leaving that voicemail, and I agree. If we're talking about and showing the rest of the NBA what's up at this point, if there are any more doubters left, those doubters have to shut the fuck up. Period, point blank. We are proving now how we can compete as a team, that the culture that's being built here as a team, and that we're a team that's going to contend and compete with anyone on any given night. When you come into Chicago, when you play the Chicago Bulls, you can't ease up because you don't know how or where it's going to come from, but you know that it's going to come from. And we have that multiple balanced attack, right? And the fact that once we're playing with the ball spread out and the ball movement where it is, we're always going to be hard to beat. So thank you for that voicemail, Mike, man. That's it for me. Let me know down below, how'd you guys feel about the game last night? I did an impromptu live stream. Please show up for the live stream tonight to celebrate us hitting, and not me, us, right? The Bulls are the star of this channel, not me. I'm just the host. And you guys, we do this together. This is the community that we're building here. So I hope to see you on that live stream tonight. But that's all I got for you guys. Like I like to end every video on, go Bulls. I love you guys. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.